And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we've got another music teacher reaction and analysis video for you. Specifically, we're going to be looking at a group called Faith No More and their song entitled Everything's Ruined. This was recommended by quite a few people over on the Discord channel. We did an official vote via YouTube and Discord and Twitch, and this came out as one of our winners. So with that being said, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it.
Things worked out better than we had planned. Capital from my woman and man. We were like kings of paper, numbers on the calculator. You were with my text so well. What can you know from the time completed what was on the time? We had to multiply ourselves. A mountain to be, a shiny copper anticipate.
Okay, we're going to pause real quick right there. One, I love the intro that they have here. Really, really cool. As weird as this might sound, it actually reminds me a little bit of the Bloodhound Gang. It was one of our very first videos that we did in terms of how they're just kind of adding little bits and pieces onto the song as they kind of introduce you into the main verse here. Really love the bass part in particular in this song, guys. The bass part was really, really cool. But what I think I really appreciated in particular is that the guitar part just layered so beautifully over top of that bass part. It was a very, very simple guitar part, but really very, very effective. Let's go ahead and start right here just so you guys can kind of hear what I'm talking about there. Just that really nice, like, almost like a descant in the guitar there. Love that. That's such great writing. And then obviously we lead into our main verse there. It's such great writing. It's such a great example of how they don't get in each other's way. You know, it's not about one performer being better or more showcased than any other particular performer in the group. It's more about the song in itself and really playing everything. And I love the guitar that we've got going on here, folks. Let's go ahead. Speaking of that, let's just start right there as we get into where we stopped at here. I love the harmony there. Okay, we're gonna pause real quick there. One of the things that I love that they're doing is they're kind of contrasting the style with which they're playing both bass and guitar. It's more, I think, more obvious in the guitar part than it is in the bass part, but they're doing it in both. So you kind of have this more, I don't want to say this, more hard metal sound being played in certain points, and obviously it tends to heavily be where the vocals are at. And then to juxtapose with that, it's a much, much lighter style of playing. More, I would almost argue, it's not classical. It's certainly not a classical style, but it's just less aggressive, and that's done not through so much pedals and things like that, folks. It's more done through the way they're playing. Pedals certainly can be used for that. Don't get me wrong, but it's more of a stress in how great the player itself is accomplishing that line in terms of what they're doing. Let's go ahead and start right around here so we can catch what I'm talking about there. So like this is a really clean section. I love that bass player. Oh, that fill from the sets. Nice fill. Nice little solo here for the guitar player. Oh yeah. So something in this section just kind of caught my ear. So we had a lot of repetitivity. Is that a word? Repetitivity? A lot of things repeated. I don't know if that's a real word or not. We had a lot of things that were kind of repeated over and over and over again throughout the song. But this was the first time we really heard kind of this ascending part in the keyboard. And it's a really, really cool part. It gives you this feeling of crescendo and growth and approaching like a precipice or the climax of a piece. But at the same time, it never really gets there either. We've talked before in some of our videos about the Hans Zimmer effect that he'll use where there's this constant siren and scaling up effect, but you never, ever, ever actually reach a climactic point. And so it just builds a ton of tension. And the chord progression they use through here reminds me a lot of that. We don't necessarily hit a resolution in the chord structure. It's more just constant tension and constant growth. Like we're going towards a climax, but we don't quite ever make it. Let's see if we can catch that here. It's so well done. So you kind of get to the end of each bar and you expect this resolution, but they don't quite resolve. They kind of just continue on through this progression. So you're never quite getting that resolution that you want. You're just waiting in anticipation. When's the resolution? When's the resolution? Where's the climax? Where's it at? You want it so bad. And they just don't ever quite give it to you. It's so great. And the last chord, of course, kind of fits that bill too. I'd love to take the chance to try to kind of break down the chords that they use here and go into the nitty gritty of it. It wouldn't shock me if when they're doing this progression, if they end up, like I said, where you get to the point where you want the resolution, if they're adding in a 6 to kind of give you that feel that it's not quite fully resolved and it's the sense of continuation. And you can kind of hear the last chord there, like they really wanted to stress the third in particular of the chord, and that gives you a sense of continuation as well. You're not quite resting and fully at home on the root of the chord like you want to be, but when you put you on that third, you're just kind of like continuing on past it. It's such a great effect. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Great selection, guys. Tons of fun of a song. Hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you did, I'd appreciate if you guys gave me a thumbs up, like. If you would like to catch more of the content that we're doing here, folks, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications down below. Last but not least, if you would like to join in the live conversation and or the live vote, you can check us out over on Discord as well as Twitch, and I've got the links for both of those things down below in the video description. All right, everybody, catch you next time.